We're going to talk about the three stages, presentation, practice, and production. And we're going to talk through that, and we're just going to talk through it. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love it. It's going to be great. Cut that part out, AJ. Thank you. Hi teachers, welcome to this week's vlog. We're going to talk about PPP, which is presentation, practice, and production. It's an ESL method for teaching a lesson, and we wanted to use that to teach theme-based lessons, specifically with holidays. So because Thanksgiving is next week, we want to demonstrate how you could use PPP in any holiday lesson: Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, Martin Luther King, whatever. So we're going to go through that together and explain each step and hopefully give you some tools for the classroom. So Anthony's going to start us off.
Okay teachers, for the presentation part, here's a suggestion. Firstly, keep in mind that you want that context and interest generating part to be student-centered. So you could begin by asking the students what they're thankful for. You could put their answers up on a whiteboard and use that as a springboard for future the rest of that class perhaps. Poll everywhere is another way to do that. Picture chat will be another way to involve the students in a more student-centered kind of eliciting information from them. That would be the subjective part. The objective part to this presentation could be content reading as a reading comprehension or video with the listening component and questions from there. That would be the part where you introduce Thanksgiving as an historical event, as a cultural event important for Americans and why we love it so much. Anything to add on that?
No, I just really like the poll everywhere. It makes that word cloud and generates
the
interest.
Word cloud, exactly.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yes. And pictures are always fun.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Excellent.
Well, the next step is practice. So Anthony, why don't you tell us a little bit about how we could practice this?
Sure, I would say the practice component would stem from what you just taught them as far as the content part, and you could include an out loud reading, and you could have pronunciation exercises from those words. You could have them look at new words, find the meaning of those words, perhaps through contents or guessing the meaning through context. You could have them focus also on the grammar part, depending on if there were relevant grammar parts that corresponded to the grammar section you're currently working with the students on. I would say have the students in table groups of 4. That's ideal. I always find that easier because then you can pair up 2 to 2, or you can have them in groups of 4. Have them presenting around the table to each other in a comfortable kind of environment. And I would say always try to monitor if you can get around and listen to what they're saying.
Good.
Anything that you would add to that?
That's good.
Well, the last stage is production. So Roddy, why don't you tell us what that means and how that looks in the classroom?
Okay, so the last component is the production. So this is basically to get the students going and into action, and we to have them actually produce the language that we've taught them. And there's a lot of options here that you can do. One is to use an acrostic poem using the word thankful. That's what I saw in Kathy Wren's class this week, and the students had a lot of fun with it. And another thing you can do is have the students write a thank you letter to one of their classmates or a loved one, and then put it in an envelope, address the envelope, and mail it. So that's something that I think would be a great activity too.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Again, you could use this for any holiday. So you could write a thank you letter for Thanksgiving or Christmas card or anything along those lines. We just wanted to give you this model again, PPP, so you could use it it's a great model for any lesson, but specifically for a lesson like a holiday. So we hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good weekend.